Hey, what's up, Dean? Steel Performance at the shop. We are sweating. Working on Jeff's Trailblazer. So I took the case out. I finally got the front diff out. The CV axles, that passenger side, whatever it's called. It's basically like a coupler for the shaft and the CV axle. But the front diff was a nightmare. I had thought you could pull this subframe down, and I was like, oh yeah, it'd be super easy. Take all the bolts out, it don't move. It's welded in back there, it's welded in up here. So I have no idea what the bolts do. I think they hold the lower control arm mounts, which is weird to me. I don't know. So I ended up actually unbolting the oil pan and pulling it over. You can't get it off. I couldn't get this one off, but you can get it over far enough that you have to use like a pry bar and kind of just gently persuade the diff till it rolls down and falls out. Man, it was a nightmare. But I got it out. I got the old line out, both sides. I don't know where the other one went, actually. Somewhere. Maybe up there. No. Oh, this one. It connected to here and here, the two old lines. And they went up and they were all weird. So I just got rid of them all the way back. I'm just gonna run AN. So these are like these are ICT billet transmission cooler connectors. So they have the same end, like the quick coupler end that your factory line has. I'll leave this side because it's got the temp sensor for the fans, and it's just a short little run to right there. This one here, I will most likely, that's the upper one, I'll most likely redo it so it's one solid run to the transmission. I have the new transmission in. It's mostly bolted to bell housing. I have like, there's one here. No, there's two there, and then two on this side. I got it bolted in, and then it's supported with the stand. And I just finished bolting up the converter, which his converter, you could see the washer. It sat a little bit far away, so it was like in between 5/16 and like a quarter of an inch that it sat away. So I used the skinnier washers, and that gives me a roughly right around an 1/8 of an inch of pullout on the converter. That's what you're measuring. You're measuring the pullout on the converter. So if the gap is only 1/8 of an inch, you just bolt it direct to the flex plate. 3/16 is acceptable. 1/4 inch is pushing it. So his right now, his is perfect, like right around 1/8 of an inch of pullout. So I'm gonna leave that in. It's all bolted in. And now I'm gonna work on, see, what I'm worried about is his exhaust. His exhaust comes, see, it's got kind of that sharp 90, so it comes from here. It's gonna come under the pan. I don't know how far under the pan. I think it's gonna hang out under the pan quite a bit. I don't like that, so I don't know that I'm gonna change it because there's not a lot of options on this side. See how it's straight and then it comes in. So I can't really extend that because what I remember is that this Y, oh sorry, that Y is kind of right where that transmission mount is from what I remember. I think it's a little low too because it looks like it'll run right into it, but I could be wrong. I don't know yet. I haven't set the height of the transmission yet. So there we go, a little bit of light. I haven't set the height on the transmission yet. Maybe not. It might be right. Close anyways, whatever. But like I said in the other video, I think I am gonna, I mean, this is, I don't know what this is for. Like, yeah, you have your ABS pump mount and everything, but you literally could have mounted it sideways on the frame. You didn't need 30 pounds of steel underneath the truck on both sides. Like, I don't know what they're supporting a tank or something. It's pretty crazy to me. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take and get rid of like the front half of this mount and just use the inner farther out bolt actually, and get rid of the whole inside half of it. It's plenty strong. It's gusseted all the way up to the frame. Like I don't know what they're doing with all this. Like if they're worried about the truck twisting in half, maybe, I don't know. So I'm gonna work on, oh, and I have the dipstick coming. I think I snatched this dipstick for Wood's truck, but I don't know. I ordered a bunch of dipsticks. I don't know where they went or where they are. I can't find them. I'm not looking for them, so I ordered another one. And then I ordered the little adapter that goes off the back of the cylinder head and the dipstick bolts to it. So I ordered that. And I'm gonna start popping all of this stuff in because I still gotta rework the plug here and make the front turbine input sensor. I gotta do that. And then up top I have to swap, I have to look it up, but I have to swap the wiring around at the transmission computer so that it knows it's a 4L80. I did it on Wood's truck. I wrote it all down. Well, yep, it's gone. But hey, look at that. And it's pretty close. So it needs a minor adjustment there. I don't know that adjusts. It looks like it adjusts. I don't know. Yeah, it must adjust. Better adjust. But I got that, and then unfortunately he doesn't have a drive shaft. No drive shaft, Jeff. So I'll probably just shove his yoke in there, fill it with fluid, and tell him it's done. But it's weird, I have a drive shaft. But I can get the starter back in. I could do all those little things. The dipstick and stuff will be here, I think, tomorrow or the day after. I can't remember. So that should be fun, trying to shove it up in there with the transmission in there. These are usually really fun to do. I could build the lines and then start working on getting all this figured out. We're going to do the transmission cross member, and then if I need to change the exhaust, we're having a conversation. But yeah, I'll try and get done with as much as I can and I'll come back. Alright, so yeah, pretty far. I got the newly rebuilt transmission in. The converter's all bolted up. I think I went through this already. The spacers and everything. I got the linkage on, that adjusts, so that worked out. I pulled the wiring out, the 3 wires that you pull out. 2 of them go for the vehicle speed sensor, but then I noticed this one, so I got to look into this a little bit more. I believe this is going to be the rear one, but I don't remember. I have to look it up again. But I got the neutral safety switch on. The exhaust is all back on, hung, bolted back together and in position. The transmission's at the right height. And the drive shaft's in. I got the U-joint, so we got the chromoly yoke with the conversion joints in it. So that's done. Cool. And I got the cross member started. This is inch and an eighth chromoly. So I got 2 bends in it, equal bends. It's actually came out really straight, and then I notched the ends. And right now I just gotta work on it a little bit, try and get it to fit a little bit nicer. It'll stick up in there, but obviously it's not going to go this way, it's going to go the other way. But if it'll go in this way, it'll flip over and go the other way. So my plan is to get this to fit nice here. You can kind of see it's pretty level with the entire truck. So if I can get it to fit here and get it tacked, then if I flip it over, the bar will actually be facing up and toward the back of the mount, so to push it back some more. This is really far back, and kind of a short distance with these huge brackets. So like I said 3 or 4 times now, I may end up cutting off the front portion of these 2 brackets to be able to get this bar to swing a little bit back. This is all the 1/8" I have, which is all my bender can do. I don't know what happened that I used a bunch of it, but I don't know. I got a new transmission mount. Yeah, I mean everything, all the little things are pretty decent. So I just need to, now what I am looking at is this is his wideband in the truck and this is his wideband sensor. It must have, I don't know how it looped. It's pretty weird. I'm going to try to get it onto the cross member and zip tie it to the cross member. Yeah, and then I got to look into that's nice. Okay, I think that's a rear O2. I just got to look into this wiring and make sure I got it right. I got the pins moved for the big connector. I just need to know, like this is the bottom. I think it's V. This is K. And this is S, I believe. So I got to remember which sensor that goes to. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I got for today. It's getting late and I am dying. So appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Have a